Hello everyone, welcome into my channel. I'm Katie and this is Flosstube episode number 7. It's time for some crafty updates. I've got a good bit to talk with you about and show on this video, and I decided it was about time to make another episode. So if get your crafts, get your drinks, and let's start talking. Let's dive into the whips, finishes, crafts, etc. Got my fancy mug, and we're gonna dive into finishes first. So I do have one finish. It is not fully finished, but the stitching of any kind is done on Snail Biscornu. X's are done and back stitching is done. So I hope you can see that okay. I really like this. I think it turned out so good, and it's not even August, and I know a lot of us are already ready for the fall things. I was at the store this morning and they're already pulling out all of the fall stuff. But back to school hasn't even finished either. It's just strange. And it's going to stay pretty warm here in Georgia for well into October. Honestly, I like the fall vibes. I'll work on whatever, whenever. So I guess don't, you know, it's summer, but you can work on winter, Halloween, whatever your heart desires. So I'm not trying to say that I'm only going to work on summer projects right now, because that is certainly not the case. But I do think it's kind of funny that they're already putting out the harvest decor when it's not even Labor Day. So yeah, I can actually take this off the hoop now, and I'm gonna work on. There's a YouTube tutorial on how to finish a Biscornu, to sew it and stuff it, and then have it be ready, because it actually will be it can be used as a pincushion. So that is what I'm gonna do. And I just love it. It's a free pattern from Doreen Jones. If you use Facebook, I definitely recommend checking out her channel. Really cute stuff. She makes lots and lots of patterns. She is a prolific designer. Just, you know, you'll probably find, you might find something you like. And so that is the only finish. I got that back stitching done the weekend before this. Today is a Saturday, so last weekend was 24 hours of cross stitch. That is run by Quirks and Stitches, who I follow on Instagram, and I got a notification. I didn't personally receive a notification. She made a post that that weekend was 24 hours of cross stitch, and it worked out perfectly because I actually had a 3-day weekend last weekend. I took Friday off, and we had some stormy weather, actually some quite bad storms in this area. So it was a perfect excuse to not go anywhere or do anything and to cross stitch. It was awesome. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's still a little bit hot. Which worked out because that Sunday I ended up having plans, and I try, but I just can't cross stitch in the car. I get so woozy. So it was better to just leave everything at home, not end up leaving, you know, my floss at my parents' or whatever. So that did really cut into my crafty time, but I still managed to get about 12 hours altogether in, with breaks for like grocery shopping and laundry and everything. But I really enjoyed it. It was my first time participating, and it seems like I'd always have something going on the previous 24 hours of cross-stitch weekend. But this was perfect. I participated. I loved doing it, and I really got a lot done, I feel. There was definitely some frogging, but what else is new? So without further ado, let's start on cross-stitch whips. So next up is Vintage Simplicity, and I do have thread hangings. I kind of sort of parked them not really. This is just, I had made so much progress. I was up here with this coral color, and I was a few stitches off in this area. It's just everything would have, you know, trickled down and end up all of it being in the wrong area. So for some reason, I decided to frog like all of this, and it was so much ripping through that this, I don't know if you can see it, but it just like disintegrated. So that was kind of like one step forward, two steps back kind of progress on this one. And I really didn't focus on this one. There's another project that I really was focused on for this 24 hours of cross stitch weekend. So I'm pretty much back to where I started the last time I showed you this project. So a little bit of a sad trombone there, but ever onward and upward. So, and I think I'm going to start making like some sort of Google document where you can see all of my whip lists, or refer to one of my older episodes. But this is Kit from Dimensions on 14 count Ada and Dimensions brand floss. The needle minder is from Etsy. I'll have to look up her name. It's Grandma Girl Designs or something similar to that. This came in a set of 2 needle minders. It's this moon, it's a glittery moon, and a Luna from Sailor Moon. And I just love it. So there we have it. All right. So that is those 2. Hope the crinkling doesn't bother anyone. Let's see if this is cooled down. Much better. Yummy. Okay. Next. I made notes for a change. So this was the first project I pulled out for 24 hours of cross stitch, is Tonight We Ride, because really the portion I'm on is just straight black all up in here. So I thought this would be a great opportunity to get some progress and focus on this one. Excuse me, I feel like I've got a froggy throat. Okay, so I did work on this initially for the first few hours of, I want to say 3 or 4 hours of 24 hours of cross stitch. I did not do all 24, by the way, in case you're wondering. I got about 12. So I was about here on, when it's done, this will be the biggest witch in there. But I was about here before-ish, roughly. And so I got all this filled in. And from here, the coverage looks really good. Up close, it's tiny bit sparse, but from this distance, it looks really good. So yeah, really enjoying this one. I enjoy them all. I don't think there's, until I have to frog a lot, which the last one of the frogging was really not necessary, but I did it anyway. So yeah, there's not, this is like, well, I don't know if it'd be a page finish or more of a hoop move. Either or, I guess, but I guess I should give you the details on this one. This is Tonight We Ride by the Autumn Lane Stitchery. And this is what the finished one will look like. And I'm here in this quadrant. So I'm getting kind of up to where, I guess, is that her knee, I guess? Yeah. Super love this pattern. I like their designs a lot. I did go ahead and buy their next Halloween bash box. As much as I complained about the last one and that stupid mystery pattern clue that was so obvious it was like impossible to find, I was very frustrated by that, but I really like all the patterns, so I figured, at least I know now, what their MO is with these silly patterns. But yeah, I got it again, and I'm very excited about it. So I guess that'll be an unboxing one day soon. Next, for cross stitch, and I don't know, I think this means I might need a new start, because I've got a spare nerd troop, and I'm getting another project off the queue soon, so I think that might be something that I have to do. So this one was the one that I really focused on a lot for 24 hours of cross stitch, because it's seasonally appropriate and pretty, it's not super big, so I could get a good bit of completion in it. I only had the cat when I started 24 hours of cross stitch, just the cat head, none of the other little summery motifs. And then this is a sand dollar. I'm struggling with the back stitching to make it look like the little star on it. For some reason, it's not working for me. And this is the other needle minder from the set that I got from Etsy. It's a little Luna. She's got her, look how cute she is. So I put it on my cat project. And then I just love this little sandal. There's going to be another one on this side. I just think it's so cute. I really, really like it. This was very enjoyable to stitch. And then this will be an ice cream, you know, swirly ice cream kind of thing. And then up here, I had to frog the sandcastle twice. Third time's the charm. I finally got it, and it looks so cute. Everything from the Frosted Pumpkin is very cutesy wootsy, which is my jam. And I need to get like a grind guard or those cable ties. But yeah, at this point, this is the only project at this point that I have in Pattern Keeper, so I can tell you that it's almost 50% complete. There's another sandal, another sand dollar, another ice cream, and then summer down here, and I could show you the cover picture, right? And then under here there's a watermelon slice. So maybe I'll just show you the pattern. I don't have it with me. So I'll insert the cover picture so you can see how much I have left. And I thought I was so prepared. So that is everything for cross stitch. Let us move on to knitting after I take a sip. This is going to be gone so fast. Okay. So my knitting, I have not been in much of a knitting mood, but it's kind of picking back up again because I kind of had to make myself, and then you know, you remember, oh yeah, I really love this, and you get the urge more and more as we do. Oh shoot, it's kind of hard to reach. So, okay. Now this project is $5 in Paris. The designer is Anna Malashevsky. And I'm not sure if that's the correct pronunciation. I did put this on a shorter cable after I tried it on, and the great news is I'm ready. I put it on a shorter cable, but now I'm really paranoid about the stitches coming off. I'm ready to start the bottom ribbing, and then, you know, that's, this says 5 inches. We'll see if I do 5 inches, but it is starting to look like a sweater. Hold it up for you in front of my face. There, yeah. And I was a little concerned about this neck being way too wide. And it is a little. It's not the best, but I can make it work, I think. It'll stay on, you know. Yeah, a few inches of ribbing and then some 3/4 length sleeves, I think. I don't know how long I want to make these sleeves. The picture in the model is short sleeve, but I think I'm just going to knit until I'm tired of knitting sleeves is probably the best course of action. So I am extremely excited about that. That's been a long-term project, and I want to wear it. So. And then my next knitting project that I set down over here is a new start. I started the Fairy Snowcat from Romy Hill. She had a promo going on some patterns, and so I bought a few. Now, okay. There it is. This is in black and white, so if this doesn't show up very well, I'll insert the picture. I think that's pretty good. Isn't it pretty? I really like this pattern. So, bought it. And you want to see how far I am? Of course, I am here. I have what I like to call a little hat seedling because it's just a wee little baby start in one of my favorite neutral colors, light gray. This I had to do twice, and I think I tinked back and messed up something somewhere because these stitches here are kind of wonky. I guess the good news is I'm not that far in, that restarting won't be such a big deal. So I'm kind of on the fence about that. But this is a top-down pattern, and I learned a new cast on for this. I watched a video from Very Pink Knits many times. It's not complicated. It's just new. So this is it starts from the crown down, and you wider. And then the good news is there will be a pom-pom right here to cover up my screw up. Is it inside out too? It might. No, it's not. Because this is the cast on tail. I had forgotten how much, how difficult DPNs can be. They're very fiddly, and especially with so few stitches on them. You really have to focus. It's not really TV knitting for me. And then, so let's talk about the yarn, because I've come to the determination as far as my yarn preferences go after this project. This yarn, pull it up just a sec. This yarn is Amelie from Ilmani. I have the tag here too. So, there you go. It is so soft. This is like squishy, and it's like a bunny. Really soft. But if you remember on the, you can see that it's got kind of that fuzzy halo. If you remember from the bralette, that drove me crazy on that project. So it's already driving me crazy on this project. And this was some special yarn that I got for my birthday because I wanted something kind of bougie and really, really soft and luxurious. And it is that. It is extremely soft. This is, I didn't write down the percentages. Oh no, it's here. It does have the percentages. It's 56% mulberry silk, 40% baby alpaca, and 4% merino. So it feels amazing, and it's gonna look good as many times as I have to redo it. But this is an interesting construction as well. It's not spun in the normal way. It's like a little chainette tube almost on top of like the fuzzy halo-ness. So I think for a while at least, I'm gonna stick to 2-ply, tightly spun, really easy to see the stitch definition type of yarns for a good little bit. I've got another ball of this as well, so the intention was to make like a matching set, like a hat and a little scarflet or mittens or something. But yeah, I just learned that. I think I just determined that for the foreseeable future, I just need 2-ply. I think that's my jam. But it's good to try new things. And a hat is not that big of a project, so I might be able to have it to wear in time for the cold season here. I'm sorry if I slurped. It's really good coffee though. Okay, and then the next book that I have is my diamond painting. I have been working on it only on the weekends because of how it's set up. And we don't have a TV in this room, which is like our office / craft room yet. And so I dragged my craft table into the bedroom and set it up in front of my recliner so I can watch Netflix while I craft. But it can't stay there full time because it kind of blocks David's side of the bed. So he puts up with it for the weekend, and then I put it away and work on my other stuff, which is fine. It works with the rotation, but I don't know how that's going to work long term, really. Anyway, I actually have been making some really great progress on it. I will insert a picture this time. I actually took one not too long ago, and I realized I'm over halfway. I think I'm very close to about 2/3 to 3/4 of the way done. And it looks so good. It's beautiful. It shimmers. The image, it's a Chuck Pinson landscape, which I'm just particularly a sucker for. I really, really like the landscapes. And so the diamond painting is from Diamond Art Club. And the picture is A Beautiful Day at Cinque Terre by Chuck Pinson. And it's big. It's I think like 90 by 100. I didn't write it down. I'm sorry, you guys. I will put the dimensions on the screen for you. And after this one, I'm gonna work on something a little more snack sized. But I do love it. It's fantastic. So that is everything for my works in progresses that I've touched since June. So the next section is going to be Happy Mail and hauls. So I'm gonna pause here and get everything within reach and easy access for the next segment. Okay, so let's get started with the acquisitions section. And these are in no particular order. I just kind of have them all tossed in all my stuff's in a laundry basket right next to me. Yes, no particular order. This is the most recent and kind of, no, it's not the one I'm most excited about, but it is the squishiest. I got a 4 skein set of yarn from Miss Babs, and I'll insert the website photo of these. These arrived yesterday after USPS sending them on a tour all over Atlanta instead of my house. So that was nerve-wracking. So I'll show you, I'll hold each one up and tell you. This, I decided to be, this is my birthday present. My parents gave me a little bit of money, and I used it to buy this yarn. And so I bought this from Miss Babs. I'm a big fan. And this is in their Caroline base. And this is the first time using this. The last set of Miss Babs I have was the Yummy 2-ply. And this is merino cashmere nylon. And it is so soft. I can't stop petting it. It came in the middle of the workday yesterday, and it was very hard to do anything other than play with my yarn. So this, it's very Valentine. It screams Valentine's to me, which I love. And so, I'll tell you each one. This is Tropical Sunset. It's like speckled. Really pretty, shelly, pinky, peachy color. Just beautiful. It's really getting washed out in this light. It looks more flesh tone than it is. It's a nice, soft pink color. Not drop it in the coffee. Okay, next. This is Gibson Girl. This one might be my favorite. And this is pretty true. It's like a mauvey with green and blue speckles. Kind of a little orangey peachy colors. Super pretty. Next is Embellished. Those two are speckled. The next two are solid. And this is slightly brighter, like mauvey. Mauve? Do you say mauve or mauve? I'm curious, because I don't know which one is correct. Apparently they're both correct. Yeah, like a mauvey pink with a hint of purple. It might be a little bit Barbie, which is kind of all the rage right now. And of course, pink is my favorite color. I think I've mentioned that before. So this time I just had to go with a pink set. And so squishable, y'all. And then this last one, I think is going to be like the contrast pop color, is this really pretty wine burgundy color. It's a little bit variegated tonal. And I think this would help it kind of be transitional for fall. Because without the other two, that's very springy. But this one really deepens and kind of makes it moody. So pretty. This is the second time I've ordered from Miss Babs, and I think she might be one of my favorites. Really, really enjoy those yarns. DPN hanging out. Okay. What do I have next? Oh, yes. I'm going to grab this. Oh. So I am a member of Michelle Bendy Stitchy's Discord channel server, and she and other members had decided to start a barter trade buy, way to, if you have a certain pattern you're looking for, like your unicorns, or you're looking to destash, that's where you can post your things and people can claim them, buy them, etc. And I saw this one. This is the Blooming Tiny Town from HandsOn Design, and Teresa so kindly passed it on to me. I adore the series. I would love to do them all, but I might have to live forever in order for that to happen. Would it be better to hold it that way for you? Yeah. So spring, teeny little houses. How big is this? It's 176 stitches wide by 30 high. So it's long and skinny, but it's not too bad. Honestly, I'm a big fan of this type of pattern series. And then she also sent me this adorable card, which I don't know if she knew that I love Hello Kitty, but I love Hello Kitty. And there's a lovely, sweet note in here that she sent to me, and I keep this kind of thing, and I'm thankful and grateful, and I can't wait to start that. That's the kind of thing I would turn into like something you hang or fold, a flat fold or something, and like swap out for the seasons. I just love that kind of thing. So what is next? Yes, this bag was sent to me by the lovely Jessie over at Mislaid Pages. They were having a Tipsy Stream celebrating something. Was it Jessie's Twitchiversary, or it was a redeem someone, we donated channel points for the Tipsy Stream. It was a Tipsy Stream, so I don't really remember. I don't remember why, but Jessie was doing raffles, and I won this bag. It's from Jan Holder. She's on Instagram. I have a card. Yeah, she's on Instagram at Jan Holder. And then her email's on there as well. But I adore it. And then Jessie sent me this lovely note, which, like I said, I keep all of these. It's very special and sweet. And Jessie even tucked in these little skeins of Dinky Dyes. This is Jaffa, which, let me see, it kind of matches the yarn, actually. It reminds me of like a strawberry eclair ice cream, pink and off-white. Love that. And this is Rainforest. Very pretty variegated blue tone greens, and yeah, these are so soft. And this is a great sized project bag. So I absolutely love the glitter. I love Christmas projects. And then I'll show you the back. Little snow people and little cardinals. I love Christmas stuff, and even this this is gonna hold so much stuff. There's the lining. I love this. I'm probably gonna put the next part of my haul section in here to keep everything in one place. So I did a 1-2-3 Stitch order. This is actually my first time ordering from 1-2-3 Stitch, and I went just a little bit ham. The reason I did this order in the first place, the whole impetus behind me wanting to place an order, was for the new Bella Filipina mermaid. She is absolutely beautiful. Hopefully that isn't too much of a glare. She's just amazing, like, jewel tones in her tail and like golden colors with her gold, like, kind of golden skin and like embellishments in her hair. My jaw dropped when I saw it on Instagram, and I just had to have it. Whenever it was released, I went and bought it. I still need to get fabric for it, but I've got almost everything else. The great thing about 1-2-3 Stitch is they will kit up everything you need for that particular pattern. They were out of a few of the beats, but that's okay. It'll be quite a long time before I need them. And so this is the floss pack. Just look at those rich jewel tones. This is all DMC too. That purple is definitely a favorite. So I'm still picking out the fabric for it. I think I've decided I on my next paycheck, that's going to be a purchase that I make so I can get started on her. And then these are Kreinik. And again, just so pretty. Really, really pretty. I've never stitched with these before. So I don't know if I'm going to be like in over my head with this project, but you know, it'll be okay. And then these are the beads and treasures. I got most of them. So, yep. She's beautiful. I don't know that I said her name. She's called Urduja or Urduja. Oh shoot. Okay, here's what they say. She appears like a light in the darkest of nights. Her golden tail and amber scales radiate like the sun. Bare of the battle armor, she is clad with nothing but ropes of rare South Sea pearls, and glowing against her bronze skin, golden treasures befitting a royalty. Isn't that cool? She looks like a queen or a princess. I don't know, one of the two. I don't know why I deleted that. You want to see the mermaid, not me. She's just gorgeous, like, and I hope I can do her justice. She's gonna be my birthday start, but by the time I order the fabric, if I do a made to order, it'll probably be about 2 months before it gets delivered. So it's fine. It's fine. I'll start it whenever I get the fabric. And then I did toss a few other things in my cart that I've been eyeing on 123 Stitch. I figured now was the perfect time to save on shipping and all of that. So I got a couple of Mill Hill like ornament kits. I don't think this is a button and beads, but it is a beaded cross stitch. And it'll be oh, it says it has a magnet included. I never noticed that. But it's a little squirrel. Like, I know I mentioned it was too soon for like all this fall stuff, but maybe I'm just full of crap. I really adore squirrel patterns. It comes with everything. And I've never actually done beaded cross stitch, so I think a little guy like this would be a great place to start. There's another one. Oh yeah, there is. And then this is the gingerbread cottage. Just so cute. And I guess I'll either make it into like a refrigerator magnet or a Christmas ornament. Really, really cute. And then the last Mill Hill, is that the last? It's not. There's a couple of other things in here. And I'm sorry if the ruffling is unpleasant. This is a buttons and beads haunted mansion. I thought I got haunted library for a second. It's a haunted mansion. And it comes with the cutest little ghost button. I've also never stitched on this perforated paper, so I'm just so curious about how that's going to be. There's so many Mill Hills that I love and want. It was hard to pick the one that I was going to buy right now, and it kind of just really went down to what they had in stock. Okay. And then there are two more things. This is Be My Valentine from Country Cottage Needleworks. And I was just, not too long ago, I was really in a kick that I needed a Valentine's cross stitch. And this was one of the ones. I obviously love pink. And it's this really pretty, like, greenery border. Maybe I can put it on that same fabric that I have the snails on. Possibly. Absolutely beautiful and sweet. Valentine, be mine. Hugs and kisses. It's super duper cute. Cute and girly and absolutely my style. Okay. And then last but not least for haul and acquisitions is another tiny town. This is the Bighearted Tiny Town from HandsOn Design. I know, so now I have two. And that's, well, yeah. Now I have two. Okay, tilt So Valentine's and spring, Easter kind of thing. So I'm probably gonna get a really big piece of fabric and stitch them all, and then I don't know how that would work with like cutting them apart and finishing them, because I would need to make sure on the margins and everything, but I could probably just put them on one fabric and figure it out from there. Any more experienced stitchers with as far as finishing, if y'all have any ideas, like if you were just sitting there going like, no, Katie, that's a terrible idea, let me know. I'm all for experimenting, but I really don't want to like ruin something by doing that. I don't know why I would, but my brain's like, panic. So that, just consult my notes. Oops. Okay, so that is everything I bought. That's about a month worth of purchases and Happy Mail, which, considering I hadn't really bought anything for a long time, is not too bad. So the next section is plans, and that's going to be very brief because I only have one immediate plan, which is going to be the current Casapinka Mystery Knit Along Sharon on the Trail mystery shawl. It started July 21st, but unfortunately, because of life stuff happening, I had to wait to be able to order the yarn and the pattern, but I'm only a week behind, and pretty much immediately after I am done recording, I'm going to go cast this on. Not with this, though. I you know, as of right now, I've kind of just committed to doing all of the Casapinka mystery knit-alongs. I thoroughly enjoy them. Even though it took me 9 months to do the last one, I don't mind. It's fine. I'm learning lots of new things by doing them, and it's just, I like them. So I highly recommend you check her patterns out if you haven't. And if anyone out there is doing it, you know, maybe let me know, and we can, maybe I can pick your brain if I get stuck on something, or we can encourage each other, or Casapinka has a forum on Ravelry where everyone's chatting about it, so obviously I'm going to go there as well. But if any of the viewers out there have plans to start or have already started this one, I would like to know. You know, we can be MCal buddies. And so that is everything as far as crafting. I feel like I've been a very busy bee. Oh wait, no, I forgot one more haul thing, which this kind of makes me laugh. This is from my mom. She is a retired home ec teacher, and at her last teaching position, her school kind of had this thing where like you need to, teachers have to sponsor and supervise like clubs. It was in a middle school, so they're still kind of young, and somehow they had like a cross stitch and embroidery club. Which, like, I would have loved that when I was in middle school, if I had known about it. But now she's retired, and she has all this extra floss, and she's not an avid cross-stitcher like I am, so I got all of the salvageable, usable ones in this little bag, and there's some, I think they're pretty good. Most of these are a brand I have never heard of before. I don't know if some are DMC, and some are this brand called Iris. Is that not like safety vest orange? So I think for science, I will see how these compare to DMC. It's stranded embroidery floss. It says it's 100% cotton. It does feel a little rougher than the DMC. This is DMC. This is the Iris. This is just a little bit smoother. I think it's not as finished. They don't treat it the same way. I think this is supposed to be like rayon maybe. But yeah, I come from a long line of pack rats, so when she said have all this floss, I couldn't say no. There's some good colors in there. I don't know where this bag is from. So that really is everything for haul. this time. I thought it was kind of funny. Let me see, check the notes. So the next section I have is the books. I finished 2 books in the last month or so. I finally finished These Violent Delights. I think there is a sequel. So I finally finished that book. It took me almost a month to finish, and I don't know why. It wasn't bad. I liked it, but for some reason, it took me a lot to get through it. Once I got past like the 3/4 mark, it started to pick up, but in my opinion, that's a little too late to make it worthwhile read. I'd say it was good, not great. And then the next book that I finished was Iron Widow by Jiran J. Zhao. I really hope I pronounced that right. I need to get better about looking these things up before I film, but I believe that's correct. And this was a special Happy Mail as well, and I will forever and ever hold on to this book. It's never getting destashed because it was sent to me by the lovely Jessie over at Mislaid Pages. I was chatting in someone's Twitch stream. I believe it was Rachel Ray. And I made a completely offhanded comment about like, man, the waiting lists in my local library for this digital book is like super duper long. It's been months and months. And they were like, hold my beer. In the next couple days, it showed up at my doorstep. I was flabbergasted and incredibly thankful with a delightful note from Jessie that I taped on the inside cover. And that book was incredible. Highly recommend. Really, 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 really good. I want the sequel right meow. I can't wait. I want to say the next one is Heavenly Tyrant, and it's coming out. I will tell you when it's coming out because I need it. Let's consult Goodreads. The anticipated publication date for Heavenly Tyrant, the sequel to Iron Widow, is April 30th, 2024. I will be pre-ordering that. So I finished those 2 books. I do, especially with Iron Widow, I've definitely been more in a reading mood. And sitting at the pool, I don't love crafting at the pool as much, so I read. And it's lovely. So the book I'm currently on is called Passenger by Alexandra Bracken, and I think I'm a little over halfway. It's really good. It's about a violin prodigy who gets kidnapped through time. I'm gonna cut that out. She gets kidnapped through time and is sent. It's kind of a caper, almost. She's this like kind of, I don't like organized crime family of time travelers wants her to steal something for them. And so that's about as far as I've gotten. It was slow to start. Once they got off the boat and you started getting like a little more action and like advancement of the plot, it's getting better. I do enjoy it a lot. I had a friend destash the sequel to that one, so that does kind of make me a little more motivated to finish it, but I like it so far. And like I said, you know, good, not great. I'm enjoying it. I don't know what else to say. And then that is really all I've been spending my time on. I'm still playing Zelda a little bit, but not nearly as obsessively as I was when it first released. But I plan on finishing it. I'm gonna beat it, and it's a great game. So I do believe that is all I have to share with you today. Thank you so much for stopping in and watching this episode, and I will see you guys real soon in the next one. Thanks, bye!